Double click go if you want to see $1.2 million. Wait, I accidentally said million. I meant billion with the B. This week, the consulting firm Accenture announced an agreement to acquire the connectivity division of Ziff Davis for $1.2 billion in cash. This transaction transfers ownership of Ookla, who is the creator of Speed Test, Down Detector, and a few other small products, into Accenture's portfolio. The optics are bad here. A multinational consulting firm fires over 11,000 employees in a 3-month period, costing the livelihoods of professionals under the guise of AI efficiency, only to then immediately spend $1.2 billion cash on a legacy website that tells users the internet's slow. While the Accenture M&A team's popping champagne over buying Ookla, I used this single prompt with Google's Gemini to create a working version of Speed Test. Now, how did it come to this, you ask? I'm going to reveal an ugly secret of big consulting. I've worked at several consulting firms, and I can assuredly tell you, partners at consulting firms do not allow engineering cultures that produce products that go to market in the traditional sense. They create firm assets that are barely betas without dedicated product and engineering teams behind them. They then use those half-baked products to pad their proposals to bait clients in the RFP cycle with our services plus our proprietary tool. As a result, mergers and acquisitions are the only way for consulting firms to acquire fully baked technologies like this. As a ham radio operator and connectivity engineer, I do get it. The valuation of Ookla and Down Detector is not derived from the user interface or the basic code required to measure latency, but rather from an absolute monopoly on crowdsourced network intelligence and spatial data aggregation. A tool like this aggregates a billion-point global network topology data set to benchmark global ISPs. There's enterprise API licensing, telecom drive testing, government GIS mapping contracts in the line here, not to mention all the morally gray ad tech solutions in play. So I get why the partners at Accenture thought this was a good investment, and it probably was in 2015. I do question their judgment, however. Do you know how many new products you could innovate and emerging startups you could buy with $1.2 billion in cash? Do you know how many solution subsidiaries and talent models you could have spawned off with the 11,000 talented employees you just let go? The ROI and disruption would be much, much higher. So this market move only solidifies consulting firms as the dinosaurs they are, still stuck in cloud and 5G thinking, scraping up internet territories that are 25 years old.